inspiration. It is now my great honor to present to you Honorable Price Daniel, the Governor of Texas.
Judge Garwood, my fellow headliners, my fellow Texans, my fellow taxpayers, distinguished guests, I'm happy to be here on this occasion, and I certainly want to thank Judge Garwood for that very extravagant introduction, and thank him for sharing with me once again on this program a few moments of his time. Admiral Schindler was going to stay for my remarks, but he just couldn't stay that long. When we have distinguished people come to Texas whom we would like to honor and claim as citizens, as you know, we like to make them honorary citizens of our state, and so before I announce the publisher of the year, dear Abby, I hereby commission you as an honorary citizen of Texas.
I get a lot of letters in my mail, about 10,000 a week. The best ones I can't print. One letter came from a gentleman who wrote, Dear Abby, I'm 69 years old and I still like the ladies. My wife doesn't approve of my going out without her because she's afraid I might call on a lady friend. So what does she do? She hides my full seat. This is the most attractive state in the Union. I'm going to lose my citizenship out there in California, but I mean it. I can only come to Austin, can't I? And I think you're the most hospitable and the most attractive people I've ever met. Thank you.
And now, Mr. Dillon, James Arness, it's a pleasure to make you an honorary citizen of the state from which you should have come.
First of all, I would certainly like to say that I accept this award in all humility, and I afraid I must go along with Mr. Fentress in feeling that it's not to me just alone, but I have to include a few other people like Chester, Doc, and Kitty, and the rest of the cast.
I want you to know that I've heard that he is an admirer of Sam Houston and that has been studying and hearing something about his life, and so I've invited James Arness to come and spend the night in the Sam Houston room and the Sam Houston bed. Now, just so you get in no later than Governor Houston used to get in the morning. He's accepted, and for once I'm really going to see whether that bed is long enough to hold Sam like they say it is. Now, it's a great honor to me to present this award to the outstanding publisher of the year, an honor because of the fact that as a fellow publisher of the Liberty Vindicator and as governor of the state, a member of this club, I have the opportunity to share with you in making an award to a man who has distinguished himself so well in the affairs of his community and our state, and as a publisher of the newspapers in Waco, Austin, and Port Arthur. Mr. Harlan Fentress, if you will stand, I'll read this citation. 1958 award. Harlan M. Fentress, who has contributed his own distinguished character, spirit, and ideas to vigorously continue a truly great publishing tradition in the Southwest and has contributed substantially to the eminence of the profession of journalism. It's a great honor to present this.
As you just yourself remarked, I am not running for office either. However, it is a distinct honor and a great privilege. Governor, I'm most appreciative. I'm sort of in the position of the football coach who is acclaimed the coach of the year, I think. And upon looking at his roster, they discovered that he had about 22 All-Americans on his team, even. I might call a few names, and I hope the rest of them will pardon me if I haven't the time to read them all, but fellows like Charlie Green, Dave Shanks, Buck Hood, Sam Wood, Ken Towry, Al Jennings, Louis Goldberg. Well, you know all of the fellows here. Got some pretty good boys at Waco, too. Harry Province, Pat Taggart. Don't forget Ferd Fincher here. John Sadler down at Port Arthur, and John Ayers, who fought the Battle of Port Arthur. I think most of you are familiar with the Port Arthur story. Without these fellows, these publications couldn't get to first base. It's no one-man job, believe me. If you remember back to the days of Weber and Fields, there was a little jingle that was going the rounds. And, Mayor, I'm not casting any aspersions on you or the judge here, but the coat and the pants do all the work, and the vest gets all the gravy. You guys got it.
And now to talk with a man who needs no introduction to Channel 7 viewers. That man, U.S. Marshal Matt Dillon. Jim Arness, you don't mind if I call you Mr. Dillon, do you?
Not at all. It's real nice to be here.
Need to ask you something about your life and what you're doing. I understand you've just finished filming a Gunsmoke series in Tucson. Where do you go from here?
Well, I'm going to go back to Los Angeles and then to New York for a week or so, and then I'm going to have a little vacation.
Vacation in Texas?
Well, I'm coming back to Texas next month, but it won't really be a vacation. I'll be working in construction.
Do you have any plans in the future for movies, anything like that?
Well, not specifically, mainly because I don't have the time while I'm filming Gunsmoke really to do anything else. But I think when I finish Gunsmoke, I'll probably try to go into some feature movies.
How long do you plan to string the Gunsmoke series out? Any idea?
Well, just as long as it'll last. Nobody really knows that, of course. That's pretty hard to say.
How about the people you work with? Chester, Doc, Kitty, what type of people are they?
Well, they're very, very wonderful people to work with, and I can honestly say that because we've been together for 4 years now, and I think we all still have a lot of enthusiasm for the show, and it's always fun to work with those people. So I have enjoyed being with them very much.
You been to Texas before?
Oh, yes, I've been here quite a few times. Never been to Austin, however.
And you like your stay here?
Oh, yes, Texas is a wonderful place.
Mighty fine. Mr. Dillon, sure enjoyed talking to you.
You bet, very nice.
Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, better known as Jim Arness.